What's up, guys? Welcome into today's video. In today's video, I'm really excited to go over how to properly set up your Amazon Seller Central account. It's exciting. You're ready to become an Amazon FBA seller. What are the steps to get approved the right way and you don't get hung up and require additional information? There's some things that you should know when it comes time to set up your Amazon Seller Central account. You have to submit the proper documentation and the right documents to get approved right away for your Amazon seller account. This is an exciting time. Hopefully you've started product research or you've learned about the amazing opportunity that Amazon FBA provides anyone and everyone willing to put in and dedicate a little bit of time and work into finding profitable and launching profitable FBA products. I'm going to walk you through setting up your Amazon Seller Central account, all the important steps and things you need to know to get approved the first time that you press that submit button. And we'll go step by step and I'll show you which accounts are the right ones for you, which accounts, what things to do and to know when setting up your account. And then I'll do an overview. Maybe you've recently got approved and you're wondering how the layout works inside Seller Central. I'll break it all down in today's video. Really excited you're joining me today in today's video. My name is Brian Noonan, multiple six-figure Amazon FBA seller, mentor, and coach. And before we jump into my computer, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button down below, hit that thumbs up, leave me a comment if you have any questions about setting up your seller account after you even watched this full tutorial. I always answer those questions and comments personally, and I'll see you inside my computer. All right, guys, welcome inside my computer. We're going to go right to sellercentral.com. This is where you can set up, if you've never started to register for an Amazon seller account, this is where you can go to get information. Now, hopefully I can sign out here and be able to show you like what it'll look like if you've never been on here before. Let me just go to Google and type in maybe selling on Amazon, and it's called Seller Central is the platform where we sign in to access our account. But let me see if I can go here to like getting started. What it'll look like will be a screen like this, and it'll walk you through. There's basically two types of seller accounts. So there's an individual selling account where you put in your personal information. This is what I recommend. Your individual account, you put in your first and last name, your social security number, your bank account, your address. This is perfectly fine for getting started as selling on Amazon, even if you don't have an LLC registered yet. Maybe you don't have your business, its own bank account or a tax ID. Just go ahead and sign up for an individual account. I think Amazon is charging most all new sellers that are registering the $39.99 fee to set up a professional selling plan. So there's an individual plan, which is free, and there's a professional selling plan, which is $39.99. The Amazon, I think, is charging everyone upfront regardless the $39.99, so you may have to pay for that, but there's a lot of times you can get that refunded if you don't sell anything within the first month. So that's an option. You can contact seller support and ask for a refund if you don't sell anything. The individual selling plan that is free, if you sign up for the professional and you want to switch to the individual, you pay the $39.99 and you're set up as the professional selling account. But you want to go in and change it to the individual, the free account, until you get your product to the Amazon warehouse. Actually, you would want to switch it if you go to the individual account after setup and creation of your account. If you change it to individual to be on the free plan, you will want to go right before you create your shipping plan to send inventory into an Amazon warehouse. You will want to go in there and change it to professional, because it won't let you have unlimited storage space. So sending a bunch of boxes and inventory to the Amazon warehouse requires a professional selling account, unlimited storage space. I'll show you how to do that in just a minute here. So individual account, professional selling account, $39.99 to get started. The individual account, you get charged $1 if you stayed on that. You get charged $1 every time you sell one product. Now, we're going to be selling at least, hopefully the product you're going into sells, your FBA product, sells anywhere from 300 to 1,000 units a month. So it makes more sense to just go with the professional selling plan, pay the $39.99 a month instead of paying $1 on top of every time you sell one unit. Okay. And if you're selling between 300 and 1,000 units a month, you can see I'd rather pay $39.99 than pay $300 to $1,000. So that's the first thing. But you're more than welcome. Just go ahead and sign up as an individual. The things you will need to get your seller account set up properly are the following. you're going to need a picture, or even better, a scanned copy of the front and the back of your driver's license or passport. So this needs to be a government issued ID card. I would recommend scanning a copy of the front, scanning a copy of the back, and then scanning a copy of the front and back on one document as a JPEG file or PNG that you can upload as an attachment. So you'll need to email that to yourself. The other thing you're going to need is either a bank account statement from the last 30 days that has your bank name, your name, and address on there, or a utility bill like an electric or a water bill in your name that has your name, the company name, and your address. The last thing you're going to need is a credit card. You need an international chargeable credit card like Visa, MasterCard, American Express. Debit cards will not work. Neither will prepaid cards. So you will need to get a credit card, no debit cards. All right, in addition, here's another little section. Are you ready to sell? So some questions you should ask yourself before you are ready to set up your seller account. Again, really not the most important. Just go ahead and create that seller account. You'll have it knocked out in no time. It's just a 3-4 step process. But here's some questions Amazon suggests. Do you have a product ready to sell? So if you've started product research, that's fine. Go ahead and create your seller account. I've selected a selling plan. So they offer 2 selling plans, but basically the professional selling plan is where you're going to want to be. And they're pretty much charging everyone the $39.99 to set up your account. I'm ready for approval. Certain products and categories on Amazon may require additional fees, performance checks, and other qualifications. Some products can't be listed on Amazon as a matter of legal compliance. So there are products and categories that are restricted on Amazon. Make sure you check out the restricted categories list and the gated categories. Examples again: supplements, pills, cosmetic, lotions, creams, a lot of electronics, stuff like that. Anything a person can get hurt with is going to require approval. Want to stay away from that. The categories that make good categories to sell for private label is baby, health and household, home and kitchen, kitchen and dining, patio, lawn and garden, office products, tools and home improvement, industrial and scientific. Next, I have ID for all of my products. So when I first saw this question, do I have ID? They are going to ask you again for your government issued ID. So make sure you have a scanned copy of the front and back of a government issued ID, and then the bank account statement and the a credit card or utility bill, scanned copy, upload as an attachment, all in the same name and address. And then, but right here it's asking for, do you have GTIN or UPCs? The answer is yes. We're going to be buying our UPC barcodes. We need 1 UPC per FBA product we launch. We can get those at nationwidebarcode.com or GS1. I have a plan for fulfilling my orders. So in case you didn't know, there's 2 different methods really to selling on Amazon, or at least 2 or 3. The first one is the one we're doing, Amazon FBA private label. We're sending products and inventory from our supplier directly to an Amazon fulfillment center. And as the customers buy our product off of our listing we create, Amazon is going to fulfill those orders and ship them to the customer and handle any returns. There's another business model on Amazon called online arbitrage or retail arbitrage, where you can create a listing and sell a product, but maybe you have the inventory at your house or in your garage, or you're a manufacturer, and as customers buy the product off your listing on Amazon, you're manually fulfilling those orders yourself and packaging and shipping to the customer. That would be fulfilled by merchant, and that's another way to sell on Amazon. However, it takes a lot of time and effort, and it's just not scalable because it takes your physical time and effort and attention away from scaling a business that sells no matter what you're doing, wherever you are. So once you have decided, you're just going to go ahead and be able to pay the $39.99 and either get it refunded if your product's not to the Amazon warehouse within a month, or if you're already started product research and you think you found a product. I would recommend setting up your Seller Central account anytime. We want to make sure if you're going into a little bit of a risky product that you're not sure if it's restricted or not, set up the account way ahead of time and then go ahead and create a listing, a dummy listing. If, for instance, you're selling a beauty appliance like a facial steamer, a blackhead remover, those products do require approval. And so buying a UPC barcode from like Nationwide Barcode, a UPC for $12, and then having your account set up so you're able to go ahead and create a listing, an Amazon listing, And if your product doesn't get taken down, your listing doesn't get suppressed or taken down, after a week or two, you know that you're allowed to sell that product. So that's one thing I'd recommend before you send a bunch of money to your supplier for investing in your first product, is if there's any chance it could be restricted and you're not sure, or be considered a dangerous or a hazmat goods, or it has batteries in it, or it plugs into the wall and can catch fire, go ahead and create a dummy listing. So you will just want to set up your Amazon seller account anytime between when you start product research to when you think you found a product. And then, of course, before you pay your supplier, if there's any chance the product could be restricted, we're going to want to just create a dummy listing. One side note on setting up a listing after you have your account approved and set up: don't create your listing if you know you're approved to sell the product. There's no issue. You know, like a planter, like a set of 3 succulent plants. There's going to be no restrictions on that. Obviously, it's just a pot with a plant, a fake plant. No restrictions on that. I want to suggest that you don't make your listing more than 6 weeks out before the product will get to the Amazon warehouse. And the reason for that is you can set up your account now and then not list a product for 3 or 4 months. But once you create that listing, Amazon starts to collect data on that listing. So if you're you create your account now, you start contacting suppliers, you get your product in the works, you order a custom sample from the supplier, and go ahead and you create that listing no more than 6 weeks before that product is expected to reach the Amazon fulfillment center, because Amazon starts to collect data every day that it sits there. The listing is created and not selling or inactive. Amazon's noticing that, and so we don't want that to negatively affect our BSR, or bestsellers rank. So once you've had these 3 documents together, government issued ID, scanned copy of the front and back, uploaded as a JPEG or attachment file, you have your bank account statement or utility bill, and a credit card. Make sure that all 3 of these documents are all in the same name and same address. Really important. I see it a lot where people are coming and asking questions in either the Facebook groups or me personally saying my account is not approved. They're requiring additional information on identity. So Amazon is really, really strict about 2 things. Amazon is very lenient with a lot of things. They'll let us make a lot of money on their platform as an Amazon seller, but they're very strict on 2 things. The first one is proving your identity, that you're authentic. You have to prove your identity. So it's really important that you prove your identity with that government issued ID and upload those attachments, a bank account statement from the last 30 days and your name and address, and a credit card always on file. Really important that we always have a credit card on file with Amazon. That's also required as soon as you set up this selling account. And we'll move in here. So they're gonna, you can just do start selling. They have some tips here. Before you register, decide what you want to sell. More than 20 product categories open to sellers. At least 10 more are available to only professional sellers. You really don't need to know your product before you set up your seller account. You can be continuing to do product research and create your account, choosing a selling plan. So they offer either pay $1 on the individual account per item you sell, or just pay the $39.99 a month. Register and start listing. So create your account on Seller Central. The web interface is where you also manage your selling account. You can list the products, and I have videos on my YouTube channel going over how to create a perfect product listing. We talk about that on the channel a lot. So get paid. Amazon does deposit your payment, or pays us every 2 weeks as we sell products. So you'll be making money in no time, and they'll pay you every 2 weeks directly into your bank account on file. So I mentioned that Amazon's really strict about 2 things. The first, proving your identity. The second one they're really strict about is restricted products. So Amazon has no problem with one click of a button taking down your whole business if you just have one FBA product. They just don't have any hesitation with suppressing your listing or deleting your listing, only in the case that you go into a restricted or banned or gated category, such as beauty and personal care, topical creams, lotions, cosmetics, any supplements or pills, anything a person ingests, puts on their skin, puts in their eyes, it can hurt them, razor blades, mechanical parts that could fail. They're really strict about that. So make sure your product is not restricted. You can go to google.com and type in Amazon restricted categories or Amazon restricted products list. Go through and create your selling account, your Seller Central account as soon as possible. Once you have your seller account set up, you can go into the top left here to catalog, add products. And let me just show you an example here of how you would check, okay, I got my seller account set up, Brian, but now how do I check to see if I'm allowed to sell this product? I think I found a good product. The numbers look good. How will I know I'm allowed to sell it? So one way you can do it is just go to catalog, add products, and then type in the name of the product here. We'll do blackhead remover vacuum. And then on the left side here, maybe a little hard for you guys to see, but on the left side here, to find a product that looks similar to yours. So like this is what the example I'll use today. And it says apply to sell. It says show limitation. So you need approval to list hair care and beauty appliance products in new condition, okay? We want to see that it says sell yours right here. You choose new condition and just sell yours. But that's not the case with this product. It's saying you need approval to list hair care and beauty appliances. Now, if you type in this is your product, for example, and like 2 or 3 of them come back, you can sell yours, but the other 7 or 10 come back, you need approval. Be very cautious. It's probably a restricted category. Here's another one here, select a condition. We're always going to be selling new, and then it says apply to sell. It should say list your product or sell this product over here on the right-hand side. Then you know for sure you're allowed to sell it. But this is saying show limitations, you know, request approval. You're not allowed to sell this. You cannot list this product. So that would be an example of a product we're not allowed to sell. That's restricted. So that's the first way to double check you're allowed to sell this product. The other way would to be catalog, add product, and you would scroll down and do product not on Amazon and create a new product listing. And you'll just need a UPC. I'm adding a product not sold on Amazon. This is what you will go to every time as an FBA private label seller. When you're adding a product or starting to sell a new FBA product, you'll always go to here, I'm adding a product not sold on Amazon. So really important, you go to here to create a new product. You're coming up with your own brand. You're coming out with a product that's not on Amazon, even though it is in a sense, you're making yours better and improving the product and creating it under your own brand. So you'll always go here, I'm adding a new product not sold on Amazon, because you're doing Amazon FBA where all the money is. The other way where it just says like sell this product and you type in the name of the product and you list the product on somebody else's listing, that would be online arbitrage or retail arbitrage, where if let's say you are selling like reselling phone cases or something, a big brand that does millions of sales per year, and you have a couple of phone cases you get from a discount website and you order those from your house, you package and label them and then list them on somebody else's listing and then send those 3 units into Amazon and kind of reselling or flipping. That's online arbitrage, where you're not doing private label or FBA private label. You're just listing a product on somebody else's listing, a big brand. That's online arbitrage or reselling or reflipping. So make sure you go down here to add a new product, and we'll continue going through the tutorial. So once you go through the steps here, you'll of course do it's just basically a 3 or 4 step process. It's pretty simple. You really just go to, put in your personal details like your name, your email, your address. You want to put in your bank account. You'll need the routing number, account number, and credit card number. You can just put in your social security number for now as the tax ID. When it goes to the tax information at the very end, you'll do a little tax interview. But one thing I would say is there's 3 questions that people get hung up on a lot, and that is, are you a brand representative or own a brand? And the answer on that one would be no. You don't own a brand and you're not a brand representative. So no on that. Do you have UPC barcodes? The answer is yes. We will buy UPC barcodes, so yes. And then it'll say how many products do you plan on selling? I would say 1 to 10. Okay, so every FBA product that you list, a new private label product, is considered 1 product. So let's say your first product, you're ordering 300 units. You're ordering 300 blackhead remover vacuums. That's just considered 1 FBA product. So UPCs, yes. Are you a brand owner or representative? No. And 1 to 10 products. And then it'll ask you what category are you planning on selling in. you can just do home and garden for now. It really isn't that important. Okay, so we're going through here, and there's one other thing that you'll run into on this 4-step application process, something to like your storefront or business name. So you'll want to sign up as an individual for now. You can change this later once you get the business registered as an LLC and the business its own tax ID and your new business its own bank account. But for now, individual is fine. Your individual bank account is fine. It will ask you for your business name or storefront name. You can do a couple things here. If you've already decided on your first product and you've thought of a brand, put your brand name there as the storefront name or business name. If you've not decided on a product yet and you don't have your own business LLC registered, you'll want to think of a kind of a generalized business name. Mine here you can see is just my last name, LLC, as my storefront name or business name. And this is just one of many accounts I have. That's a decision I made a long time ago when I got started into Amazon almost 2 years ago. I set up multiple Seller Central accounts because I have multiple brands under each seller account, and I can sell those off if I choose. I can sell the whole account with the brand. Okay, so once you are set up and you've got everything entered, it takes about 24 hours account to go through, and you'll get a notification by Amazon that you're approved, and then it'll come in and it'll look like this, where you have kind of a home page here where you've got, catalog, inventory, pricing, orders, kind of unshipped information here, Amazon Selling Coach, kind of shows you some different tools and tips and stuff. This account is just an account I use for helping teach my students and showing on my YouTube channel, so there's not a whole lot of personal information in here. You can go up to the top right and go to account settings and account info settings in the top right, and then account info. This is where you can see your name, which you can edit, your seller account, your storefront name. You can choose which marketplace you want to sell in. So I always recommend Amazon.com, but you will want to sign up for the North American marketplace. When it asks you what marketplace do you want to sign up for, choose the North American marketplace. And then of course, Amazon.com is the most profitable and the best one. And then after you launch a few products and get a brand going on Amazon.com, then you can look at expanding into Amazon Mexico or Amazon Canada. But account info here is where you'll have your payment information, your deposit methods, your charge methods, your business information, shipping and stuff. One thing I do want to point out that I would suggest you do is go up to top right settings once you have your account set up, settings, and go down to fulfillment by Amazon. And for shipping, I recommend for when you're going to be creating a shipping plan, we only want to have to ship our inventory to one location. And so you'll go up to the top right to settings up here and down to fulfillment by Amazon, and then inbound settings, inventory placement, learn more. So you'll want to turn on inventory placement. This will make it so you only have to inventory placement services. Okay, so you want to turn that on and update. This will make it so you only have to send all your units to one warehouse instead of having to ship from your supplier to 3 different warehouses, which can get really expensive. We just have to ship it to one. So that's a really important setting. And then this is where you'll come in here, inventory, manage FBA inventory. After you have listings set up to manage your inventory, you can see the ASIN number, the title. You can click on the title to bring it up on Amazon. It'll have the status of your product here. It'll have the available units here. It'll have unfulfillable. You'll get a notification from Amazon. As soon as your product gets to the Amazon warehouse, you'll get a notification from Amazon saying that they're processing. You can adjust your price here. And up here, inventory planning, add products, manage FBA shipments. This is where you'll create your FBA shipment. You'll go to the product. Like if you were going to send inventory of this product, you'd go over here to the right and go to send replenish inventory, and then you'd create a shipping plan. I have a video on my channel going over how to set up a shipping plan through Seller Central here, so that's where that would be. We'll go back inventory, manage FBA inventory, And we'll go back over here to the right on this example product. You click edit. After you set up your listing, this is where you'll come in and start to work on your title, your bullet points, your description, upload your images. All of that will be done right here. Your vital info, your product title, your UPC ID. The UPC goes here under product ID. Your brand name, your manufacturer name. You don't have to worry about all the rest of that stuff. Variations, if you have any variations. Offer, you know, sale price, price, images. You'll upload your images here. Okay. Description, this is where you'll upload your product description. It needs to be in HTML format, and then your bullet points there. And then keywords, really important that you go into the keywords tab and do your search terms. That helps you rank on the back end. Really exciting that you're going to become an Amazon seller. So happy that you've decided to go all in and change your life by becoming an Amazon seller. If you have any questions, leave me a comment down below the video. If you're struggling with anything or not sure about something, you're welcome to ask those questions down below. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and hit that thumbs up button. It sure does help me, and I'll see you inside the next video.